Hey, what's up guys? Justin with AmericanTrucks.com, and in this video, we're gonna show you 5 very popular products that carry over to the brand new 2021 F-150 behind me, and one very popular product that will not. Now, even though Ford changed over 90% of the truck behind me here for the 2021 model year, we found 5 products from the previous generation truck that bolt right up without issue. So maybe you're trading in your previous generation F-150 for the shiny new model, and you don't wanna have to trade in all of your aftermarket goodies. Well, we're gonna show you a few that you can yank off that truck and throw on the new boy here today. Or maybe you just picked up a brand new 2021 F-150 and you don't feel like playing the waiting game for aftermarket manufacturers to start cranking out new products. Well, guess what? We're gonna show you 5 products that you can pull the trigger on today to start having fun modding. Now guys, we hope you enjoy this new 2021 content we've been cranking out for you. If you do, be sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel. And what do you say we check out our first part? All right, let's pop the hood where we got a 2-for-1 going on, but we're gonna start with probably the most popular modification of all time, the aftermarket intake. Now what you're looking at here is K&N Series 63, which bolted right into place. Now this intake again is technically for the 15 through 20 trucks, but we really had no issue whatsoever bolting it up to our 2021. This particular option here does utilize the bottom portion of your factory airbox, which worked perfectly for us. And the one issue I thought we might have a little trouble with due to the new hood, the contour of the airbox for the underside of the hood, it matches perfectly. Honestly, I was very surprised with just how well everything went together. Intake tube itself, couplers, throttle body connection, everything worked as it should. There is one small thing we did have to account for here with our 2021. Now in the previous generation truck, Ford put the evap hose on the actual intake tube itself, along with the PCV hose on the driver's side. Well, for 2021, they moved that evap hose to the intake manifold. So if you do have a previous generation 5-liter truck and you just want to yank off your aftermarket system to bolt up to your 2021, you can. You just have to account for that extra port on your intake. We used a simple little vacuum cap there, problem solved, no big deal. But K&N, listen, they've been doing it for a long time. They're one of the most notable names in the industry. Oiled filter, reusable, you guys know the deal by now. And as always, no tune required, so you don't have to worry about that whatsoever. A great way to pick up a little bit more power and some very cool sound with this thing. And again, bolts right up here to our 2021 without issue. Drifting back a foot or two, and we have our second product under the hood that transfers right on over to your 2021. And of course, I'm referring to the JLT passenger side oil separator, which has probably been one of the most talked about modifications here on the channel, and for good reason, right? We've sang the praises of these things, oil separators in general, just because of what they do. They keep all that oily junk, that blow by, from being rerouted back into your intake manifold through your truck's PCV system, and just keeps your engine a little bit cleaner, a little bit happier. You get the point. Now, I was a little concerned at first about the battery box, since Ford did tweak that a little bit for 2021, but honestly, the bracket and the hardware works perfectly. The bracket I thought might have been a bit high at first, but we closed the hood. It did not rub or interfere with the underside of the hood whatsoever. Hose length is perfect. Fittings work as they should. It just fits like it's meant to be there. So guys out there who might already have one of these on their 2011 through 2025 liter truck, you're getting ready to trade it in, but you really wish you didn't have to part with this thing. Well, guess what? You don't. Simply yank it off your truck, bolt it up to your 2021, and you're good to go. All right, guys, up next we have kind of a smaller part overall, but one that I think a lot of truck owners enjoy for one reason or another, and that is a set of smoked wind or rain guards. Now, Ford didn't really change the overall size or shape of the window openings here for 21 from the previous gen, and as a result, these guys fit perfectly. Now, what you're looking at, just kind of a set of smoked rain guards, nothing too fancy here, but they are super affordable on the site for right around 40 to 50 bucks for both front and rear. And they're a very easy install thanks to that 3M tape. So a very simple job. And again, if you did have a set on your previous truck, you wanted to transfer them over, you totally could. You might just want to pick up some fresh 3M tape. But outside of that, again, they serve their purpose, right? You leave those windows cracked while cruising, allow some fresh air to go through the cab, maybe while you're grabbing the smoke or something like that. Or if you want, you can leave those windows cracked during those hot summer months, kind of let the cab air out a bit without having to worry about rain or people getting inside. You get the point. So for such a small part, one that certainly serves a purpose and one that was an easy carryover for us here for 21. We didn't have to go too far for our next mod. As you guys can see, we're talking running boards here. And in particular, we have the Barricade Rattler bolted up to our 2021 without issue. Now, Ford didn't really change the design underneath the truck in regards to how the factory or aftermarket boards mount up. So as a result, you have a ton of options that are readily available today, including these bad boys right here. I'm really a big fan of these guys. We've used them in some past builds before. They give you kind of that off-roady pre-runner look in a running board shape, which I like because listen, I have big feet, big boots. They just work better for me. Nerf bars look cool, but there's not a lot of traction. These, on the other hand, you can see it's a cab length design. You're getting that raised dimpled traction surface, essentially the entire length, which is great for you and the family getting in the back. And they're relatively affordable, about 250 bucks, heavy duty steel, black powder coat, and they look really sharp here on the truck. So again, if you have a previous generation F-150, you've invested in a set of aftermarket steps or running boards, you don't have to get rid of them when you trade in your truck. Simply yank them off, throw the stockers back on if you have them, and then bolt them right on up here to your 2021. Or again, if you just picked up a 21 and you don't want to wait for a 21 specific design, you don't have to. We have a ton of options currently here on the site that you can check out and pick up today that will bolt up to your new truck without issue. We have one more part to show you in the back that carries over just fine for the 2021 model year. Very popular product that I think you guys will like. And one more part that I thought was going to carry over, but turns out I was very wrong. Let's check it out. All right, rounding out our list of popular products that carry over to the 21 F-150, well, you're looking at it, right? The tonneau cover, an invaluable modification or aftermarket addition for many truck owners out there with that common purpose of keeping your bed cargo safe and dry from the elements. Now, what you guys are looking at is Proving Grounds low profile hard tri-fold cover, right around 600 bucks. So basically it's one of the most affordable of its kind currently on the site, and it's a design I really enjoy and currently have on my personal truck at home. Now, I really like this cover in particular because you can operate the tailgate without having to open up the cover itself and not worry about messing up the seal. That's not the case. This thing, you can just drop the tailgate, grab your stuff, slam the tailgate shut without having to touch the tonneau cover. I like that, and that's not something all these options have. Outside of that, there's not really a whole lot to say, right? 5.5 foot box here, it fits perfectly. The simple clamp-on design, meaning you got your bed rails that you clamp to the actual truck bed rails. And then at that point, the cover lays on those rails, secure it accordingly, and you're good to go in about 30 minutes tops as far as your install time is concerned. So again, an invaluable modification that you can take off your previous gen F-150, slap on your 2021, or again, if you're looking at those new trucks, just go ahead and pull the trigger today. No sense in waiting, as these guys fit perfectly and without issue. All right guys, not all of these were wins here today. We did have one part in particular that just simply did not work, and let's show you why. All right guys, so here we are underneath the truck for a part that we thought for sure was going to fit, and turns out just simply does not. And of course, I'm talking about the exhaust. At first glance, all of the hanger locations seemed to be in the right spot, looked like we were in good shape. That is, of course, until we got to the flange connection here close to the cats, and basically that totally changed for the 2021 model year. Now, for the 15 through 20 trucks, basically what would happen is it's a ball socket style flange, where the larger portion of the flange would be on the cat side, and this is actually a flange from a Roush exhaust for a 2015 through 2020 system, and it would connect like so. Basically, the larger pipe again on the cat side, the donut portion on your exhaust. Well, for 21, Ford basically reversed that, 180 that. So now you have the donut side essentially near the cat pipes, and the larger portion of the flange is actually on your factory exhaust. So therefore, yes, you could just basically cut and weld that portion onto your old system if you wanted to, but if you're looking for like a driveway swap, just a real easy bolt-on job, unfortunately that's not going to happen here for the 2021 model year, and as a result, you guys will have to wait for the aftermarket systems coming very soon. All right guys, well there you go. That's 5 very popular products that carry over to your brand new 2021 F-150 and one that doesn't, that you can check out here on the site today. Now, we did also want to talk about one product not featured in today's video, and that is wheels and tires. those will also transfer over as well. And guess what? We have a very cool video here on our channel showing you just how big of a tire you can get on your brand new truck at home without touching your suspension. So be sure to check that out as well. In the meantime, I'm Justin. Thanks for watching, and for all things F-150, keep it right here at AmericanTrucks.com.